So we're here today with Art, and what did you do?
I came fourth. I went X1 with Mathmech.
With Mathmech, the mathematical mechanized machines, which are actually cybers. Well, yeah. So what were your matchups like?
Round 1, I was up against Raid Raptors. Round 2 was Tri-Brigade Scareclaw.
Okay.
Round 3 was Blue Eyes. Round 4, I lost to Sprite, and then round 5 was Sword Soul Tenny.
Okay, very good. So a very diverse meta in Gamers World. Do you want to start into the profile?
Yep.
Cool.
So 3 circular, best card in the deck.
Yeah, the Magician Souls of Mathmech, I guess.
Triple diameter.
Sure.
Triple addition. Triple subtraction. Double sigma. Then nabla and multiplication.
Okay, I think these are pretty standard ratios, right?
People play two diameter.
Two diameter. Okay.
I did a lot of testing with it, and I realized that there's so many times you're just normal something one of these guys anyway. That if you don't have circular, you kind of need the diameter negate for the Allen version search to protect it to get circular into rotation early.
Sure.
Then it's equation and super fast.
Factorial, yeah. The Revolt, the Tri-Brigade Revolt of this deck.
The best card in the deck.
Yeah, by far.
Then 3 Parallax to round out the monsters.
Sure.
It's fantastic.
Free link ones, or free XE summon, yeah.
Free XEs are ranked or linked to, it's easy.
Yeah.
Triple mining.
Yep.
Search. Circular.
The good mining, yeah. The good mine.
Yeah. And then 1 call by.
Ban this card, yeah.
Then hand traps. Triple crow. Triple bell.
Oh, Bell, okay.
Triple ash.
Feet Ash, okay.
Triple imperm. And then dark ruler.
Okay.
And that's 40.
Main deck Dark Ruler.
Main deck Dark Ruler.
This is a common trend we're seeing a lot here.
You have to play it, otherwise you can't beat like a Sprite board.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it definitely simplifies it a bit, where you can you're dealing with maybe one macro.
Yeah.
Or something else like that. How did you find Bell?
Bell's really good. Like, it hits every good deck in the format. It obviously it's good against tier. It can stop like splites. It's good. It's really good against Mathmech because it stops super fac.
Okay.
And also if someone tries to DD Crow something when you're super facking, you can go spell that.
Nice. So, and how's your mirror experience?
Almost none.
Okay. But theoretically it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is that the whole main deck?
Yeah.
40 cards?
40 cards.
Nice, good to see it. Cool. We go to Extra.
Extra, yeah. The Extra deck is the biggest.
We zoomed through that, I just realized, yeah.
The Extra deck is the worst part about Mathmech. It's so tight. There's 3 other cards at least that you'd want to play. So link ones first.
Sure.
Almirage for the hand traps when you have only 1 hand trap plus a monster. When you're playing 12 hand traps, like there's a lot of times that you don't have a lot of monsters. Then it's Disciple and Devotee.
Okay. And which I'm used to from Cyber Eldritch, but now
it's
making a comeback again.
Then Cyber Wicked.
For the combo.
IP for the combo, and then Update Jammer for OTKs. With access code, and Splash Mage for climbing.
Yeah.
Then similarly transcode for climbing.
Yeah.
And Heat Soul. A lot of people like the combo that ends on the IP and the Wicked. I kind of prefer going into Heat Soul turn 1, just because a lot of people playing Dark Ruler more.
Yeah, and then you can get some hand traps out, or you can get the draw in before they activate it and stuff. Yeah.
So I'm playing so many hand traps that I'm probably going to draw one off of one of the Heat Souls.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
Then Link 4s, it's Appaloosa and access code. You still have to do the Devotee Disciple combo a lot, so Appaloosa is the endboard for that.
Okay.
And then the Mathmech themselves, Allen version, 2 Allen version, 1 Inflation, and 1 Fall Sigma.
Okay.
Only summoned Fall Sigma once today, and it's because the guy specifically wanted me to summon it.
He wanted you to summon it?
He wanted me to summon it. He was like, if I'm going to lose against Mathmech, it has to be against Fall Sigma.
Okay, fair.
So I was like, okay, it's not how I would have done it.
So can you recap just what these do?
Yeah, so Allen version is It attaches on summon,
Yeah.
2 for a Mathmech card, 3 for level 4, and 4 for a spell trap. You're generally just detaching the 2 to search diameter.
Okay, sure. So that's the searcher.
It's
Okay.
the searcher, yeah.
That's like the Trishula, isn't it?
And
This one.
this is the Trishula.
Yeah.
So you can attach up to 3 cards to,
Yeah.
to hand rip, to spell rip, and monster rip. And that's the super pack end board.
Nice. Which is an insane. And then obviously this is the untouchable.
Yeah.
The guy who can. Yeah, you can't do anything with him. He keeps coming back as well, doesn't he?
No, he's just unaffected.
Yeah.
And he when he's destroyed by battle, because that's the only way to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Or if he's destroyed by a card effect, you can add a Mathmech card from your deck to your hand.
Okay, yeah. Which lets you keep going, even if it's a tower. So, yeah, I think... Is there anything else we need to go through? Just because I feel like this is probably a deck that's going to be fairly popular for new format as a kind of a budget option, right?
It's very budget, it's very cheap and easy. Like, it's like one of the best decks, so... I assume a lot of people will be on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty like very simple and standard. Like you're always doing the circular play. You're trying to find circular. If you open 2 level 4s, you make Allen version to search it.
Yeah.
And
if you had more space in your extra now, what would you play?
I'd love a second Splash Mage, just because a lot of the time with the Heat Soul combo...
Yeah, I think that's nearly the choke point of the deck, isn't it, sometimes?
It's a choke point, as well as once you use it, it's the only link to it that ladders. So when you don't have any more, it's kind of harder if you don't have a lot of extenders.
Yeah.
I would like...
Nothing like a Baguska or anything else like that?
I would love to play more rank 4s, like a Baguska, Abyss Dweller, for hands where you have Parallel Exceed, because you just get spare like rank 4 you can summon.
Do you think Update Jammer is like super necessary?
Honestly, the first cut I would do is Final Sigma, unfortunately. Like,
No.
It comes up so little, and like you're usually access coding ODKing. So I'd probably cut that first.
It's just there to flex, yeah. Okay.
And like it would feel wrong to not play him in the Mathmech deck.
Okay. That's fair.
Update would probably be the second one I would drop after him. But
yeah, it's just about adding kind of some utility, right? Because with Parallel Exceed, you have so many options.
You have so many options, and I really can't take advantage of that, unfortunately. So yeah, like rank 4s, I would love to play. I'd love to play a second Leplation. Because there's times where you could make a turn 1 that you'd want to, and then do a second one just to hand rip a second card. And I also was on. I had to cut Linger Evo, which is just a useful utility link 1 just to negate a trap.
Okay, cool. Do you want to go into side?
Yeah.
If you want to show it up. I'm just trying to understand this deck more than anything else. I've only seen like replays of it, and I just know Factorial does lots of cool things. So just to make sure I'm understanding.
So triple nib. It's kind of like not great, but also it's a rogue killer, so it can be the easiest card just put in, and it's really high impact when it is useful. Then my it's gonna look a bit weird.
Okay, let's go.
So
weird is good. Okay.
Triple different dimension ground.
Interesting.
The deck is like decent against Blight, but really bad against Tier.
Okay, and this is your Tier out.
It's Tier. There's a lot of things you can play against Tier. This is my favorite one, just because then you can hand rip them. And like get rid of it forever.
That's fair.
And like every spell trap is theoretically searchable with Allen version if you open enough extenders.
Okay.
So
that's very powerful.
One induction, one super fac.
Another super. Oh, okay, cool.
I'll probably have to cut super fac because it's not really good if you only have one Leplation.
Okay.
The only way it can come up really is if you get Ghost Spelled, because Ghost Spell negates activation, so you can activate a second one.
Okay.
Induction is a second trap to search. This is just a pop. It's not great, but if you know you're going first, it can give you an extra search instead of super fac if you want to have it.
Okay.
And it's apart from the Leplation summon, there's no real way to get a level 2 off the Sploit's board, so this is a good way of getting rid of one.
Okay.
Then going second, or backer removal, triple twin.
Okay.
I don't have Lightning Storm, so if I did, it'd be Lightning Storm. It's good with Diameter because it gets you, it can get you a Cyberus Engrave for Diameter early on.
Nice.
And then Feather Duster and Red Reboot. That's another 2.
I think reboot's like mandatory.
Yeah. You have
What are you most hoping to hit with it?
I mean, if you can hit like a Meta Noise off a tier board,
Yeah, okay.
that's probably the best. Or just against some random like trap deck with a Floodgate or something.
Yeah, okay.
You can also hit Super Fact, which would probably
In the mirror, okay.
make the Mathmech
I
game
think
much
they
easier.
cry, yeah.
Yeah. And then last 2, Token Collector, Ibly.
Oh, Ibly, okay.
Ibly, you can play in any Cyberus deck and hope that it's going to like
Yeah.
end someone's turn. Like it's
I
probably,
mean, that's not bad against tier as well,
probably
right?
good against tier.
Yeah.
You can search off.
I know James was saying similar about it, so.
Yeah. So you can use it. I saw it in once against Sword Soul.
Yeah. Oh, because they only have the monks and stuff. Yeah, that's really good. I don't know what their route is there for that.
And like, if you get them in a position where they have a token and this.
Yeah, I think their only out is like droplet to use it as droplet material or something.
Yeah. And Token Collector, Alan Version, as well as being able to search any spell trap and search any level 4 monster if you detach tree materials.
What an insane searcher! Like that's crazy.
So you can search this. I actually drew the one of in my opening hand against the Sword Soul guy. So that was. I didn't even have to use it because I opened Burial Dimension or Different Dimension Ground as well.
Nice.
So like it's just a good card to have one of when you can search if you really wanted to.
Cool.
As for, I suppose if you want someone to explain the deck to you, I should do
Just a small bit, yeah.
combo.
Let's do it.
So it's either mining or circular, or any two level 4s.
Sure.
So like the subtractions, the parallel exceed, the addition,
Yeah.
normal sum diameter, like any of those can get you into Alan version search circular.
Okay.
But the main play, you open circular,
Circular send.
send Sigma for cost.
Okay.
Sigma goes to grave. If you have no monster in your extra monster zone, you can summon him from your hand or graveyard.
Nice.
So you bring him back. Circular's other effect activates, where you can search a spell trap,
You search Factorial.
a Mathmech spell trap.
Yeah.
So super fact or induction or equation.
Okay.
If you have super fact
The
already.
Engu equation, yeah.
So you add that to your hand here. Then you use the 2 for Alan Version.
Yeah.
Alan Version attaches to search a Mathmech card.
Nice.
So you search Diameter. Diameter, when it's normal summoned, you can target a level 4 Cyberus monster in your graveyard to summon it back.
Yep.
So you can summon either of them, it doesn't really matter. Now you have 3 monsters on your
So
field.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're already past Nib territory at this stage.
You really don't
Yeah.
care about Nib. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
it kind of hurts.
Because it
but-
goes back again anyway.
Yeah. So then you can either do the Vote play or the Heat Soul play.
Okay.
So
Which do you prefer?
I do the Heat Soul play because I play around like Dark Ruler and stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because then they have to like if they open Dark Ruler, it's not
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
super fact. So you can either I'll go through the Disciple play because that's the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
common one.
Sure. So use one of them, link one.
Use one for Disciple, use
Yeah.
another for Devote,
I would say, yeah.
and then
Then effect, tribute,
use
draw
this,
2.
You
That's
can,
it.
you can do 2 things because these both contribute, and this effect happens when it's tributed.
Okay.
So if you Disciple tribute, it summons the 2 tokens,
Yeah.
and then you can just draw a card, pull one back.
Yeah.
Or with this one, it tributes a monster to bring back a level 4 Cyberus.
Oh, okay.
So you either get a monster on board, or you get to shuffle like one card.
So that's pretty better then.
This one is
Yeah.
people do this one more.
Yeah.
So you get a monster back and 2 tokens.
Yeah.
And then you make, I only have tokens, but I'll just,
Yeah, it's fine.
so you have those on your board.
Yeah.
And then you make Wicked.
Yeah.
and then you summon anything here to this zone,
Yeah.
and then you make an IP with these two.
Okay.
My survey, I need like 300, almost 400 people. And
You actually have to. You want to use this, get this engraved early,
Yeah.
because this effect it banishes one from your grave, or you can banish any of the links either.
Yeah.
It banishes one from your grave to search a Cyber's tuner, so you search diameter for follow-up.
Okay.
Guy
Nice.
who summons one back. So you end on that with this off of one card, and
And then the rest of your hand could be full of hand traps
Full of
or
hand
anything.
traps,
And then so do you go? You're not going IP into Heat Soul, are you? No.
you can, but it's usually Appaloosa here
Yeah, that's fair.
because you're locked into Cybers because of Sigma. So then you can make Appaloosa.
Is that Appaloosa Cyber? Oh no, next turn.
Yeah, next turn.
Sorry. Yeah.
So
Do you still have in the outro?
so you get diameter follow up as well in hand.
Nice. That's it's insane that that's all off one card. That's like broken.
And the one that I do, when you have diameter plus whatever you summon on field,
Yeah.
that's still in hand. I use these two for Wicked,
Yeah.
and then I use this effect to tribute itself to summon one back.
Yeah.
So when something's summoned to a Wicked zone, you search. So I do the same play where you banish that to search a diameter for follow-up,
Okay.
and then I turn these two into Heat Soul,
Perfect, man. Thank you.
Cool.
which
So then pay 1,000 draw, twice
yeah.
before you get Dark Rooters. Yeah. Nice.
And if you open Exceed, you can do the same play, still end on the IP as well.
Yeah.
So that tends to be the board I end on.
Cool. Very, very good. Final thing. Any shoutouts?
Shout out to Frankie. He gave me the 3 circulars this morning.
Woo.
The opposite of a shout out to Connor, because he was supposed to give me the 3 circulars this morning and he forgot them.
So Connor's been shouted out and called out.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you.